Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Zeke and welcome to another COD Top 5 video. In this video we are going to take a look at the top 5 worst perks in Call of Duty Zombies. So I will include Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and of course World at War. No Advanced Warfare here. So with that being said guys, let's get straight into the top 5. So coming in at number 5, we have the Dead Shedai. Now I'm not saying that this is a bad perk or anything. This is going from the most less usable and stuff to the worst one. So on the number 5 we have the Dead Shedai, and the description of this perk is it actually increases the hipfire accuracy by 35, reduces the recoil on all weapons, most notably on sniper rifles, removes idle sway on sniper rifles, and adjusts the aim assist to target the zombies' heads off of the torsos. Of course, except the wonder weapons and the explosive weapons. And it was first introduced in Call of the Dead. So basically, what this perk is mostly useful is for headshots. I mean, if you have a sniper, you can just easily quickscope and kill whole horde of zombies. But really, what's the reason for this perk? Like, for example, let's take Mob of the Dead. We have Double Tap, Speed Cola, Juggernaut, and Electric Cherry. Why would you buy the Dead Shedai if you could buy the Double Tap, which is a lot more better than the Dead Shedai? Why would you buy it if you could buy the Speed Cola, which would allow you to reload faster? I mean, it is kind of a useful perk. I mean, hipfire accuracy is increased. That is very good, especially on assault rifles and snipers. I mean, but I don't feel the necessity of this perk. Of course, I mean, I love when there are a lot of perks. I love when you can choose, but of course I think this is not the most useful perk. And let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 guys, we have the Mule Kick. So this is a perk that I've been using a lot when I first started playing Call of Duty Zombies, because I thought, wow, third weapon, that's just cool, man. I just have to have it every single time I play it. So the Mule Kick grants the player a third weapon slot so as to be able to carry a third gun. Of course, when purchased off of the wall or from the mystery box. However, if the player goes down and loses the perk, they will lose the third weapon slot and whichever weapon was being held in that slot. And Mule Kick was first introduced in Moon, but on September 27th, 2011, it was made available on all maps in Call of Duty Black Ops. And of course it costs 4,000 points. So let's think of it this way: you buy a perk that costs 4,000 points, alright? And you get the third weapon, alright? Let's say you have a quick revive on you and you're playing solo. You go down, you lose the quick revive, so you go buy the quick revive again, alright? And you lose the Mule Kick. And with the Mule Kick being lost, you lose the weapon. And let's say that weapon is Pack-a-Punch. The Pack-a-Punch costs 5,000 points, which is now, let us count, 4,000 plus 5,000 is 9 grand lost. You just lost 9 grand just like that, plus of course the cost of the weapon that you bought on that slot. So sometimes this weapon, it is good, but sometimes it just sucks and I just rage quit because of it. And of course at the higher levels, when you're pretty much set up, it is useful. Let's say you have a ray gun, a thunder gun, and the third weapon could be an MP40 or some kind of a wall weapon, so you just can keep buying them off of the wall, I mean the ammo. But yeah, so a Mule Kick coming in at number 4. Let's move on to the next top. So coming in at number 3 guys, probably the most unexpected perk on this list is the PGFlopper. Yes, baby, that's right. The PGFlopper is my third least favorite perk. So basically what this perk does is it grants the player immunity against explosive and falling damage. This includes cooking grenades for too long, as well enabling the player to trigger a powerful blast by diving to prone, which is like the dolphin dive, from a height that would otherwise damage them. PGFlopper was first introduced in Ascension in Black Ops 1. And this weapon is very useful if you're using some explosive weapons, for example, the ray gun or the Mustang and Sally. So it costs 2,000 points, alright? So the idea behind this perk, of course, there are two cool things about this perk. So first, you don't get any explosive damage at all. No matter what, you throw grenades, you shoot yourself with a ray gun, it doesn't matter. The second cool thing about it is that you dolphin dive. And make an explosive blast. That is amazing. But really, when you want to get to a high round, how much useful this perk could be if you're not having a explosive weapon. If you're not, let's say, if you're not having a Mustang and Sally and the ray gun. Let's say you have a Galil and the thunder gun. What's the use of having that perk? I would rather buy a double tap. Or even the Shedai. I would buy them instead of this perk because it's not going to be useful. Of course, you still have the ability to dolphin dive into a surface and then create an explosive blast. But when you're into a high round, why would you even do that? I mean, there is a strategy by the tower in Call of the Dead where you use the dolphin dive. But other than that map, which kind of strategy there is to use this dolphin dive that's just gonna save your ass? I don't even know, man. This is very controversial, but PGFlopper comes in at number 3. Moving on to the number 2 spot, guys, we have the Tombstone Soda. This is the first new perk that we saw in Black Ops 2. So this perk allows the player to kill themselves while down and recover their equipment by a Tombstone power-up if they get to it in time. That is the key thing, if they get to it in time. So if you don't get to the Tombstone power-up, it's going to disappear and you're not going to get it back. This gives the player all of their weapons, equipment, and perks back, with the exception of Tombstone itself. As the player goes down, the player can hold the square button to die permanently. When the round ends, the player will respawn and be able to collect the power-up left in the same spot that the player went down. Only the player who killed themselves can collect the power-up, and the power-up will disappear after 90 seconds. So guys, if you're playing on a big map, let's say Transit, guys, Transit is freaking huge. And if you spawn in on the other side of the map, there is no way you're gonna get in time to get your Tombstone power-up. So that makes this perk useless on on Transit. But on Town, there's a strategy to get all the 5 perks, and I don't know, I use it sometimes, but really, when let's say you're playing 4 players, alright, and then all of your players get down, and they're gonna use this permanent death in order to get their stuff back. I mean, if they die and bleed out, they're gonna have the Tombstone power up anyway. But let's say all of them just press square, and then they leave you all alone with a horde of zombies. Most likely you're gonna die, but if only you're an experienced player, you're gonna survive. But that's not very likely. So I don't know. I just don't see too much use in this perk. But anyway, it comes in at number 2, guys. Coming at number 1, guys. The most useful. Did I say useful, guys? That is the most useless perk in the history of Call of Duty. Who's who? Really? Who is freaking who, guys? So allows the player to take control of the doppelganger when they go down, allowing them to revive themselves or even keep the zombies busy so others can revive the original character. The doppelganger, or the copy of your original character, spawns near the original character, has antler vision, and is equipped with only an M1911. So guys, basically, let's say you're on round 35, you go down and you have this freaking pistol. What the heck are you gonna do? What the heck are you gonna do against a whole horde of zombies? Nothing. You're gonna die, especially if you're playing solo. So when I get this perk, I usually just kill myself. That's it. But I don't know. It's just so frustrating. I'd rather have a quick revive, but I believe if you have the Who's Who perk and the quick revive, if you go down, your Who's Who is going to trigger first, and if you actually revive yourself, then you're going to be able to use your quick revive. But that's only in the case if you happen to revive yourself with the Who's Who perk. This is, guys, the dumbest perk ever. I mean, at least give me a weapon. Give me some of my perks. Come on, Treyarch, that's such a big troll. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this top 5 video. It's been a pretty long one, 10.5 minutes. But anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out.